favorite time of the year. Last year, your old pal Chucky made sure violence was delivered in abundance. But this year, there'll be a lot more. The title hangs in the heavens, but you'll have to go through hell to be crowned the new North American champion. Ooh, I can't wait.
At Halloween Havoc, it's every man for themselves.
Frazier, Wagner, Lee, Mensah, Hayes, who will climb the ladder, who will retrieve the gold, who will become NXT North American Champion.
You looking at scary.
Playing with fire is good, clean fun for the whole family. Last year, Mandy won the title, but this year, she may get burned.
Mandy Rose, I seen the fear inside you. I am going to be the one to burn your empire to the ground.
At Halloween Havoc, now I'm going to be more callous, more vicious, and more ruthless.
Some people deserve to feel pain, but all three of these guys welcome it. A young dog-faced gremlin defends his title against a relentless machine, and a man who likes dissecting his victims as much as I do.
As long as I'm breathing, this championship will be mine!
I will endure a great deal of pain. At Halloween Havoc, it will be worth it.
But at the end of the night at Halloween Havoc, you will call me NXT champion.
This is gonna be a war. Not to mention caskets, ambulances, and more mayhem than this guy can ask for. Playtime is over. Let the night of violence begin. Enjoy the horror. Enjoy the carnage. Enjoy Halloween Havoc.
Queen of Halloween, awaken!
Welcome to the scariest night of the year. Halloween Havoc! It's showtime.
And now, WWE presents NXT Halloween Havoc.
The ghosts, ghouls, and goblins have arrived. We're not only ready for the scariest night of the year, it's the scariest event of the year. Welcome to NXT's Halloween Havoc, and it's a night we have been waiting for weeks. Ambulance matches, careers on the lines, championships, and speaking of which, the wheel has determined some matches tonight, but our opening match is the first of 3 title matches.
The following contest is a ladder match for the NXT North American Championship! Introducing first, Nathan Frazier!
And Book, you can see the eyes on Nathan Frazier. This is the biggest moment in his career here at NXT. Could tonight be an eye-opening night?
You know, that's the one guy that has showed me everything I need to know about Nathan Frazier. This guy is good.
You can see Frazier amped up. He said the hardest part tonight to contain his emotions on such a big stage.
Next, Oro Mensah!
Mensah not really caring about good luck or bad luck walking underneath the ladder. I mean, but there's still a lot to be discovered about Mensah.
Yeah, I've been doing a little research on this guy. He's a high-flying technician, a guy that want to throw caution to the wind. And in a match like this, you're going to need all of that.
course, saw Mensa teaming with this superstar this past Tuesday on NXT. And I bring that up because tonight, Book, you know better than anyone, every man for himself.
Yeah, this kid right here, Wesley, speed, quickness, everything under the sun. This kid right here has it. I just wonder, is this night Halloween Havoc 2022? Will it be Wesley's night?
You bring up speed. Of course, the goal of this match will be the first to climb the ladder and retrieve the North American Championship, to walk out of Halloween Havoc with gold around your waist. The Book's point is tonight, the night Wesley turns his 2022 around.
Accompanied by Mr. Stone, Von Wagner.
Look, I'm gonna be blunt. Is he the odds-on favorite to win just on his pure size?
Hey, man, I like Von Wagner. I mean, no playing, no jiving, just business. Hey, man, but don't read into the side stick. This is a ladder match. It's very, very unpredictable. And you know what unpredictable means, right? Not able to be predicted. That is the ladder match.
Well, Wagner with Mr. Stone on the outside, who could be the X factor. Just take a look at the size of Von Wagner. Book, he's a big guy.
He's a monster, baby.
And you look into the eyes of Von Wagner, he truly believes it is. Whoa.
Oh, yeah. In the night, you will feel the heat. Was 2-time, tonight's the 3 peeps. The man don't miss, the bodies will drop.
Rest in peace to all my ops.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Making his way to the ring, Carmelo Hayes.
I think this is pretty easy to say, Book. He's looking to put all his haters to rest here tonight.
Carmelo Hayes, man, this kid is at the top of my fave 5. And I'm wondering who's going to be the other 4. I'm wondering. Carmelo Hayes is in a class of his own, man.
Well, right now, he is standing center of attention. This, the 4th time the North American Championship has been defended in a ladder match. And the last time it was defended, WrestleMania Saturday, Stand and Deliver, wasn't really the night Carmelo Hayes thought he was going to have. NXT Universe is fired up, and Lee just dropped Mello. And look, remember why we're here. Solo Sikoa took Wesley's spot after he was voted in by the NXT Universe. Lee was blindsided by Hayes and Williams. Sikoa beat Hayes, had to relinquish the title. That's how we've gotten to this 5-man ladder match, and already, as you would say, Book, human demolition derby.
Yes, indeed, human demolition. But you talk about Carmelo Hayes, you know, losing that title, but what a great showing from that kid. Highlight reel after highlight reel. Tonight, he's just gonna have to step up and take it.
In the ring right now, Frazier, Mensa, action all over this place. Hard to keep an eye, and take a look at the pace. It is quickening here right now, and Frazier is running right in, taking Mensa off his feet. But again, Book, gotta remind everyone, only way to win, not on style points, climb the ladder, retrieve the title.
Yeah, but you're talking about this kid, Nathan Frazier. Talking about this great qualifying match. This Nathan Frazier is the guy.
NXT Universe, and already Frazier looking around. And just take a look at Frazier. Take a look at the height and the fact that he's willing to sacrifice his body to call himself a champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about in a matchup like this. You got to have no conscience. You just got to go out and throw caution to the wind and see how this thing play out in the end. Let the dice roll, man.
Mel able to avoid.
Got caught on the back end right
They
there.
couldn't do it again, and now, oh, Lee taken out, and Mensah and Frazier working together as a team for the most part. All 5 of these superstars know what is on the line, a chance to call themselves a champion, and there is Melo taking over. Of course, Melo did not have to qualify to enter into this matchup, but he's looking tonight for a three-peat.
Oh, this kid's looking real good, and I always say, Carmelo Hayes, this kid has got everything to make it to that next level. He checks off every box, but the fans are fickle. It's all about, what have you done for me lately, man? And that's not it. That's not it, man.
NXT Universe already becoming unglued. They were on their feet. They were out of control. They were loud as ever this past Tuesday. It has carried in to tonight's Halloween Havoc. And now Frazier setting up the ladder. And he's looking up. Starting to scale is Frazier.
I mean, he's close. He's close.
Couple rings
So
away.
close.
Putting his hand up on Mensah, running a little bit of interference to continue this matchup. And look, you've been part of ladder matches in the past. How difficult are they when you're a participant and you got other bodies flying around?
Man, it's hard for me to talk about that because I just didn't have the mindset to throw caution to the wind. I wasn't one of those guys that wanted to go through pain, trials, and tribulation. You got to be a certain kind of guy. Every time I think about a match like this, I think about Joey Mercury being all busted up. Not my cup of tea, man.
Well, Melo right now looking around, realizing, and again, Hayes has been in a ladder match. This is how he lost the championship back at Stand and Deliver. He knows what is needed to be done here tonight. And it's take it to everyone and leave no man standing, so it's an easy path to the top! Wow! Might not be walking after that one.
You talk about how Carmelo Hayes lost the championship. In my opinion, Carmelo in that match just tried to do a little too much. Major players in that matchup. Wow, man, this thing's just turn into another dimension.
Look, Book, you're taking a look at all these bodies flying around, ladders flying around, everything. And you talk about a guy like Wes Lee. Wes Lee has been trying to harness his emotions of everything that has gone wrong in his life over the last 10 months.
You know, I'm watching Wes Lee right now. Beautiful.
Unreal.
Beautiful right there.
Oh, no.
And balance and everything. This kid has it all. But talk about Wes Lee.
Let's talk about Von Wagner, and we talked about his size, we talked about his strength, and how much more dangerous is Wagner with a ladder in his hand.
You know, Von Wagner, you can just always say, you can look in the man's eyes and it tells a story. Von Wagner is perhaps one of the scariest men I've ever walked upon in this business.
Well, Wagner now, look at Frazier.
Frazier's quick.
Frazier just trying to do anything he can, but one more time.
Not going to work with the big man. This guy's 300 pounds of solid muscle.
And Von Wagner with no remorse, to your point, Book, in his eyes as he is laying waste to the field. And one more time.
Put him down.
And Wagner now, Mr. Stone, shouting to Wagner. Wagner's the only one standing.
It's all about timing. It's all about being
And think about how tall Von Wagner is. He doesn't have to go up as many rungs to get to the ladder, or to get to the gold off the ladder.
Carmelo's quick. Carmelo's quick. And right now, Von Wagner is a man on a mission. Here we go.
Nice job by Hayes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hayes is looking around now, and just like that, the complexion of this matchup changes to Book, where Hayes is the only one standing.
Like I said, Carmelo Hayes just needs to play this thing. He needs to be smart. He needs to make sure he's consistent. He needs to stay focused in a matchup like this. Exactly what I'm talking about right there. You got to have your head on a swivel, man.
Look, I think we're gonna hear that a few times here tonight at Halloween Havoc. Take another look, Wes Lee, boom, with a little extra. And again, it's very interesting.
Wow.
These guys, all these superstars, are willing to destroy themselves to become champions.
That's Menza right there with that high-flying ability right there with the quickness. Menza could be the X factor in this matchup right here tonight.
Now to ask you, he could be a diamond in a rough, so to speak, in NXT. We talk about the future being bright in the WWE.
Menza is a kid who is a former NXT UK Tag Team Champion, and tonight he's going to have to take all those high-flying skills to the next level to become the North American
Look at Melo.
champion. Oh my God!
I know you are a big fan of Hayes with Trick Williams on the outside. Will tonight be the night for Hayes to silence his critics, to put to bed his haters? He says he is nothing but a vibe, and right now, he is chopping down the field.
Melo Hayes is on a roll right now. I say this kid, like I said, just stay focused, stay consistent. He'll be like Tony Montana. The world could be his. Oh,
the world may not be his book, because he may not be walking tomorrow. Let's go back to some of the action first. Of course, Melo don't miss. Boom! Connected. But as it would continue to roll on, he certainly would be outsmarted for a moment. But back to live action. Von Wagner again unleashing his wrath against these other four.
Did you see that choke slam? Did you see that choke slam? Nathan Frazier got caught up in the lights, man. Here we go one more time.
Being able to counter. Step up, just rock Wagner.
Quickness of this kid, Wes Lee.
A little bit extra. And now Lee continuing to apply the offensive pressure.
Stay on the move. You got to stay on your bicycle with a big man like Von Wagner. You want to keep this real close to the body. Oh, my God. That's that man right there. That's that man.
Williams is shouting and you speak of a man, there's only one man standing right now, and it's Mensa.
So, like I say, in the right place at the right time. That's what the ladder match is all about.
Pressure creates diamonds, and he has felt all the pressure since arriving in NXT. Mensa starting his climb, and Trick Williams.
What the hell is he doing?
The ultimate X Factor. Williams on the, whoa! Look, give credit where credit is due. Mensa realized he was going to crash and burn. He tried to wipe out the field, but for Trick Williams, Williams is afraid of heights.
Just do it, man.
And the race is on. Stone, Williams. He hit him with a shoe.
Oh, it's...
Well, take a look at Round. I mean, we made the comment of it being Human Demolition Derby, but that is what it is. Who is going to climb the stairway to hell to retrieve the gold? And once again, it is Mensa.
Let me tell you something. We still
climb Mensa. He's there. Look, he's got his hands on the title.
Not for long. Not for long. Big Von Wagner, the man that take care of all the business.
Well, Wagner certainly is all business. And I've already said it once, but is Wagner when he gets a ladder in his hands. He could just jump up and get the belt.
No, I don't think he's that tall. He's gonna need a little help. He's gonna need a little help, Vic.
Well, he doesn't have any help from Mr. Stone. Remember, he was just wiped out by Trick Williams, and now Wagner has the moment, has the time, and is wasting no time in finding not just any ladder. Book, that is a Von Wagner-sized ladder.
King size, extra.
Well, Mensa trying to do his best, but Book, Wagner's been unstoppable.
Like I say, he's been
This is his sort of match.
He's been a wrecking ball in this matchup right here. This match is tailor-made for a big man like Mensah, who has no pity, no care for these superstars out here in the middle of this ring tonight.
Evil intentions on the mind of one Von Wagner.
Oh, I don't like the looks of this right here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't like the way this looks.
What a way to kick off Halloween Havoc. And Wes Lee with Frazier. What the hell's on Frazier's mind? Risking it all for the glory. Well, Wagner has only himself to blame. He was the one who brought out that giant ladder. And you called him, what did you call him earlier, a human highlight reel? That's all Nathan Frazier has done tonight, is highlight after highlight after highlight.
No, like I say, this kid, Nathan Frazier, is a special type of talent. Showed me something in his qualifying match against Axiom, and to get through that match, oh, man!
And just as quick, just as we blink, Wes Lee taking out Mensah!
Wow, Mensah with a hard shot right there to Wes Lee.
And look at Hayes using his environment, and here's that man,
that man on top of the, oh, man! Talking about it. A car crash here tonight.
Wes Lee, I just saw in his eyes, he's right here in front of us. Wes Lee will not be denied. Look into the eyes of Lee. He's determined as ever, and he's focused now on the prize that hangs above the ring, the North American Championship. Look, I thought there was only one of these.
What do you think?
Of these giant.
What do you think? This is a ladder match.
I'm not a handyman.
This is a ladder match. We may get one bigger than this if this don't work. Come on, Wes. You can do it, man.
Let's take a look at the bodies that are around the ring.
I mean, that ladder's so big, Wes Lee is having a problem turning the ring like that.
Yeah, he's got a bigger problem than that ladder, I believe. And he's standing now in the center of the ring. It's Von Wagner. Wagner doing his best to navigate his way around the ladder.
Wasted too much time. Wasted too much time.
Point. There's Lee. Lee trying to climb, trying to hold on, and
bad. Oh, what the hell is he doing? What is he doing?
Look at the power.
What is he doing?
Look at the strength.
What the hell is he doing?
And Wagner now, with everyone down, there's no one to stop Von Wagner. Inches away, Frazier! Frazier feeding off the energy of the NXT Universe, trying to chop down Wagner. And now Frazier all alone at the tippy top. And the power book, is it too much to overcome?
I mean, what the hell you think? I'm over here looking at Wes Lee laid out. This kid may need some help. I don't know what the hell is. Von Wagner is a man on a mission alone tonight.
Well, Mensah, I don't know if that ladder will win him the championship, but it might be able to chop down Wagner. These are the same two that worked together to start the matchup. Look like they have put together some sort of plan. Wagner again to his feet.
Oh, man. If you're gonna take the big man out, do it quick, and we'll settle this between us. That's a great plan right there. They should have thought of it a long time ago.
Well, it's not too late to succeed, Book. I mean, this is some sound strategy after the devastation we've seen from Wagner. I mean, just look at your feet firsthand.
I mean, Wesley, like I said, is in dire straits right now. He's in a lot of pain, and I know he's out. Wesley is out. Wesley is done for tonight.
And now Mensah. Mensah trying to make a golden night. Mensah quickly trying to scale. There's Frazier on the other side. It's a race to the top. And both men now inches away from the North American title. Inches away from their first singles championships here in NXT.
Yeah, right now it's turned into a fight. It's all about that North American heavyweight championship that hangs high above.
Frazier's got his hands. And Mensah quickly. Now he's the one reaching up. He's so close. That championship just spinning, just moving, just within the fingertips, the clutches of both these superstars. But Mensah now.
Oh, wow.
Mensah's all alone on Hayes from behind. And again, we talk about Hayes already being in one of these multi-men ladder matches as Mensah was holding on for a moment. Couldn't quite get a full grip on the championship.
Oh. Beautiful there by Carmelo Hayes. You're moments away, kid. You're moments away. You're about to be on top of the world, Ma. All you gotta do is grab it.
Look, is this the moment for Melo? Do we have a three-peat? There's Wesley. Lee, out of desperation, saves this matchup for not only himself, but every other competitor here at Halloween Havoc.
You gotta be kidding me. Wesley is back in the middle of that ring by any means necessary. This kid is willing to go through hell and high water to get that championship around his waist.
Look, it's unbelievable that these two are still standing after this brutal ladder match. Oh! Heads up there by Lee to chop down Hayes. And now trying to climb again is Lee. Rung after rung, and Hayes right on his heels. A couple of body shots from Hayes, weakening the body of Lee. Lee doing his best at this moment to try to slug it out, Book.
Yeah, right now, it's just a fight. It's just a fight, and right now, I don't like
it's not only a fight.
I don't like the positioning right now, Vic. I don't like it at all.
It's about who wants it more. Who's willing to go that extra inch? Who's willing to go that extra mile? Who's willing to lay it all on the line tonight? Grabbing on out of desperation, the heel for a moment. Lee looking up but realizing Hayes is still right there. Lee again! One more time, and now Lee taking a look around. Is this Lee's moment?
He's going up. We talked about the pain and suffering.
Everything he's gone through this year, since the beginning of 2022, for this moment.
He's there.
One more run. Wesley's to the top. Wesley's got the goal. Wesley is champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Wesley.
The love from the NXT Universe for Wes Lee. From tears of sadness to pure tears of joy. Lee's first ever singles title ever in any promotion book. The first time ever.
Yes, indeed. How beautiful it is.
I mean, we talked about what this matchup was going to be, Book. Here it is again. We got the hell out of Dodge because Lee was in our laps. And for all intents and purposes, I got to be honest, I didn't think there was a snowball's chance in hell Wesley was going to get back to his feet to even continue this match. But somehow, some way, he continued to cut it out. He continued to dig deep. He continued to find that different gear in places most men don't have to persevere and push through. And what happened in the end, Wesley reached the pinnacle, reached the top, and the Cardiac Kid rises above all here tonight at Halloween Havoc.
am from Knoxville, Tennessee. I was born April 9th, 1989. Sports has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. I got very good very quickly. I was obsessed with being the absolute best. I earned a full athletic scholarship to University of South Carolina. But I put a lot of pressure on myself, and so I forgot that I was supposed to be having fun in the process. I was always naturally a muscular, bigger girl, so I started dieting to try to get faster. And so that's when I developed bulimia. I just got really, really lost. And so at that point, I was like, okay, I need to face my demons. And I went back home. I was like this hometown success, and now I'm back at home and I failed. I was in a dark place. That's when WWE came into my life. Bianca Belair is who I wanted to be as a little girl, but I was too shy to be her. And I feel like I'm in this environment now where I can just be me.
I'm the BEST, and that ain't up for debate.
I was meant to be here. I just didn't know this was my dream until it was my reality.
The EST of WWE is now the BEST.
I want young girls to see themselves in me.
We are just getting started creating history.
They don't have to dim their light for anyone. And now looking back on my life, I look at all the pieces that led me to WWE. Through that whole journey, my final destination is sitting right here on my shoulder now.
What a way to kick off tonight with the first of 3 championship matchups. But there you see J.D. McDonough putting in a few extra moments of preparation before that main event match later tonight. And Book, is this the type of focus you want to see out of J.D. McDonough?
Man, I love this kid, J.D. McDonough. He's a different type of animal. He's a guy that if he have you in his crosshairs, he's going to take you out. I cannot wait to see this.
Of course, in the main event, Braun Breaker does not have to be factored in the decision to lose his championship. They just crank on the air conditioning in here?
Feels a little cold.
Well, there is the casket for our upcoming casket match. And while we want to say congratulations to Wes Lee on his win of the North American title, we got to go to Alba Fire last night with an eerie message of her own.
Mandy Rose, if you want to fight fire with fire, then meet me here tomorrow night.
Listen, Alba wants to fight fire with fire. Let's play.
You can't be serious.
Dead serious.
Yeah, you're not actually thinking about going, are you?
What do you mean, actually? Of course we're going. And what do I have to be afraid of? I am the most dominant champion in NXT history. And ladies, we are Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, there's Toxic Attraction and everybody else. But that doesn't mean you should go.
Listen, I'm gonna beat her down, drag her ass back here, and finish this in the middle of the ring, okay? Let's go. Title.
Okay.
Thank you.
Grace, oh my God. Wait, just, let's go.
We're here.
Okay,
Okay, first of all, don't be so dramatic. We're gonna find Alba, beat her down, and drag her ass back and finish her in the ring, okay?
Correction. You two are gonna go look for Alba. I'm gonna stay in the car. That girl, she broke a rib on Tuesday. Oh, suck it up. You know what? I've changed my mind. This is gonna be easy. It's 3-on-1. Doesn't matter how many bats she has. We go in, we destroy Alba. There is no match. Mandy keeps her title. Easy peasy. Done.
Thank you, exactly. Okay, let's go show Alba who the hell we are, right?
You don't need me. One half of the greatest women's tag team champions in history. The most dominant women's champion.
Okay, you're coming. Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Don't be so scared.
You're gonna need these.
Can we go home? Guys, this is spooky. I don't like it.
Why does she like this?
Stop, this isn't fun.
Stop, what was that? What?
JC, relax. You're fine. JC! Go!
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's beautiful. I don't think Alba's in there. Hey, let's go back to the car. I think I've seen this place before, actually. Who cares?
Yeah, JC, she's not here. Come on, let's go. Come on, JC, it'll be fun. Okay, maybe we should split up.
Oh, yeah, great. Don't you watch horror movies? Never split up. Didn't you watch the documentary?
Okay, not about the documentary, please.
Why don't we just wait in the car?
Why are you like this?
Because it's fun and I love Halloween!
And I love holding on to my title, so how about this? The faster we find Alba, the faster we get out of here, okay? All right, so we're splitting up. You go that way, you go that way, and whoever finds her, scream, and we'll come find you, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
You never split up. Alba? Alba? It's JC. I'm so sorry for everything I ever did to you. Alba? Alba, are you in here? Alba? Alba? Who's that? Who's there? Alba? Alba? Is that you?
JC.
Chucky, what are you doing here? You want to play? What are we doing, a tea party or something? You need some serious dental work, my friend. And you, what are we doing? A little chamomile Earl Grey? You look like you got a nice hot cup of joe. It's kind of cold out here, actually. No, I'm good, I'm good. So what do we got? Oh, cake, it's someone's birthday. No, I said I'm good, I'm good.
on my name. I told you I'd fight fire with fire.
Don't fall in.
What's that thing you like to say? There's toxic attraction, and then there's everybody else. I'm not everybody else.
Look, it's safe to say Mandy Rose has never faced anyone like Alba Fire.
No, I told you, Fire, she's different.
All right, now speaking of different, taking a look into the arena, the Druids have finally gotten the casket into place. The demonic wheel spoke earlier tonight when it was spun that these two superstars would try to lock the other in a casket.
Life is a seesaw of breakthroughs and setbacks, but time constantly moves forward. Time waits for no man.
Welcome back to NXT, Apollo Crews.
Every once in a while, I hear the echoes of those three letters, NXT. Time is uncontrollable, but I can control my future.
Apollo! Why are you here? Why not? You're here to take from me, right? Apollo Crews is selfish, and no one wants to ask the tough questions. I will. Welcome to the premiere of the Grayson Waller Effect! How does it feel being nothing more than a clout chaser?
See, the thing is, I found something missing in myself, and I had to come back to find out what that was. And of course, naturally, I knew some people would hate it and be jealous like you.
Here's a better question for you. How does it feel when you go home to your kids and you gotta tell them Daddy couldn't cut it on Mondays and Fridays?
Waller and Crews are gonna battle it out one-on-one. Waller up and over and inadvertent rake of the eyes. Coming in, looking for, gets caught. Oh, and that's blatant.
That flying bum Apollo Crews. You can kiss my ass.
He tried to permanently blind my vision, permanently blind me from seeing monumental moments. Everything still has a haze to it. Too grainy to make out. But unlike Waller, I'm not afraid of the unknown. Fear lives inside of everyone, but you can't run from fear. You have to confront it. It's easy to look at the man in the mirror and say you will. And Halloween Havoc. Let's see what happens.
I already beat Apollo Crews. The tricks, the visions they end at Halloween Havoc. When one more time, Grayson Waller defeats...
Grayson Waller? It's your old pal Chucky. Your match at Halloween Havoc is going to be a spin the wheel and make the deal match.
Grayson, at Halloween Havoc?
So many choices. Ring of Fire, Buried Alive, Casket, Change.
I leave you in the dark.
Don't fear the wheel, Grayson. It's your friend till the end. If you make it.
The following contest is a casket match. The first superstar to throw his opponent into the casket and close the lid will be declared the winner. Introducing first, Grayson Waller.
NXT Universe on their feet, always vocal. And if you want to be part of our live NXT audience right here in Orlando, Florida, join the NXT Live Facebook page for more information. Look, I look at Grayson Waller. You may like the guy, you may hate the guy. He doesn't seem like himself right now by just taking a look at that casket.
Yeah. Would you do the same after what should we call it? The event that happened under the bloody eyes? Would you be the same?
Well, no, but I wouldn't have been running my mouth to Apollo Crews for weeks and months either. To be fair, the wheel has spoken. And a man who's been all smiles since earlier today on his way to the ring.
And his opponent, Apollo Crews.
Object, of course, of the casket match. To put your opponent inside the casket, shut the lid. And for Apollo Crews, he's looking to do just that, but also looking to fulfill what really has been some brutal visions of Grayson Waller.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you talk about the casket match. Of course, they're not preparing to go one-on-one with The Undertaker or anything like that, but this is two guys that's got a score to settle here at Halloween Havoc, and somebody's going in a casket.
You mentioned The Undertaker. This actually booked just the fourth casket match ever to not feature the WWE Hall of Famer. It's the first casket match ever in NXT and the first in WWE since the greatest Royal Rumble. And for us, we got the best seat in the house. And I can't really complain how that wheel came up.
Guess what, Vic?
Huh.
I didn't know that.
And right now, right off rip, Waller going right at Crews. And look, there is no love lost between either of these two superstars. Oh!
Beautiful drop kick there by Crews.
And Crews right back on top. Look, Crews has been trying to get his hands on Grayson Waller. It's been an eye for an eye. Crews all about retribution, trying to get his hands on Waller, and of course trending #1 in the United States because of the high-impact offense, what we just saw from that opening ladder match to the absolute unknown in this casket match. And it's the unknown that doesn't scare Crews.
So you're talking about that ladder match. What a match, but right now we have Crews versus Waller casket match. And let me tell you something, just because Apollo came back to NXT to find a few missing pieces, don't think this guy's not talented. But tonight is a must win for Apollo Crews.
Oh, Waller dropping the elbow, dropping Crews. Oh, and you just mentioned The Undertaker. Of course, Waller not afraid to poke fun at legends. And now Crews not playing around in this matchup. Look, for Apollo Crews, it's very simple. He truly believes that he came back for a reason. That reason is unfinished business, to wear gold around his waist. And would you say the winner of this match could be next in line for the NXT Championship?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Apollo Crews has definitely got all the talent, but I think Crews came back for more so than just to get gold around his waist, but to fine-tune himself, to figure out not just how to get to the top, but how to stay at the top, dog.
Of course, Cruz, a former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, has competed at WrestleMania, and now you see Waller trying to run away. And Waller just seeing a small opening. This is what I mean, whether you like him or not. You gotta respect the game of Grayson Waller.
Let me tell you something. This Grayson Waller has a boatload of confidence. I don't know how talented he is. We're gonna find out tonight. But if it was going on confidence, he got a win already.
Waller said he was gonna run Cruz out of NXT, and Book, I gotta believe it's a little harder than Waller originally thought. Charging right back in. Oh, and got launched.
Indeed, it's going to be a lot harder because Apollo Crews, he's a tremendous athlete. He's an amazing talent. Like I say, taking a step back is a la, Drew McIntyre, a la Cody Rhodes. Let me figure this thing out a minute, man.
Cruz trying to put the pieces together, as we mentioned, an eye for an eye, and now Waller getting a little combination in.
Nice combination there by Waller. Like I said, don't sleep on this kid, Nathan Waller. Right now, he has, a boatload of confidence, and in this business right there, it could take you straight to the top pick.
Well, Waller tonight doesn't have the mental advantage that he typically does, because really, it's been Cruz playing the mental games against Waller.
And that's the thing, Cruz has been to
Waller might have been looking to dump Cruz towards that casket. Again, in this casket match, you have to put your opponent in the casket and shut the lid.
And like I was saying, Cruz has been to that next level. Cruz knows all about the mind game, the tricks, the politics in the locker room. This is nothing new for Apollo.
Well, again, actually getting a little too close for comfort.
Yes, indeed.
And ow!
What the hell?
That's my pen. I'm throwing something to get out of the... I told you he'd cut corners. And that's what Waller's got to do, though, Book, in this match. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Like you said, did you say that was your pen?
It was my pen.
Do you feel any blame for that?
Me feel blame.
I mean, you are an accomplice.
Get out of the way, because guys are coming over the... Just watch my pen. He grabs my pen and then use it to his advantage. Again, right, wrong, or indifferent. Grayson Waller went right into the eye of Apollo Crews, and that's what this is about. An eye for an eye between these two superstars. Can I borrow your pen, please?
No, you cannot.
Well, Waller certainly has turned this matchup around rather quickly, and now right over by the casket.
The Apollo had everything going for him there for a second. I mean, that's the Apollo I was about to say, about to put the locker room on notice, and Waller just turned it around quick as a cat.
What is on the mind of Apollo Crews? As you hear the very vocal NXT Universe here tonight at Halloween Havoc. And Waller, a thumb to the eye. Right to the eye again of Crews.
Oh! That's it. It's over.
Referees using their discretion.
It's over.
Well, the object of the matchup is to put your opponent in the casket.
No, the ref needs to have the wherewithal, the understanding, and know how to raise this man's hand.
What's Waller looking at? What
the hell's going on?
Look, are the Druids bringing another casket to the ring? And Crews taking it to Waller now. This match matchup is not over. This matchup is continuing.
No,
you have to put your opponent in the casket and shut the lid.
Vic, this match should be over. I don't know what the hell's going on right now.
Well, this matchup is continuing. And Crews is taking it to Waller. Apollo Crews, oh, wait a minute. Win is too far though. Oh. There's nowhere for Waller to run. There's nowhere for Waller to hide. Oh, God. You talk about some high impact offense. I understand what's going on right now between Waller and Crews, but I can't help but look up and see these Druids with yet another casket.
I mean,
you thought this was over.
Yes, indeed, I thought it was over. And the Druids you talk about, they are intimidating. And Waller is definitely on the receiving end of a beat down here at Halloween Havoc.
And you see Crews, that's a much bigger casket. That casket is double deep and double wide. And Crews calling for the officials to open it, and now he's looking to plant Waller inside of it.
Waller got in a little quicker, though, trying to figure it out.
Like a scalded dog trying to get away, and Crews right on top of Waller. This means so much for Crews. He's heard what Waller's had to say. He's heard what Waller's had to say about his children. He's heard what Waller's had to say about the rest of his family. Apollo Crews looking to put Waller to bed here tonight.
Tell you, this Apollo Crews right here, this is the Apollo Crews that we need to see on a weekly basis. You talk about Apollo Crews coming back to get gold. This is a guy that could win a world championship anywhere in the world right here in the middle of this ring.
What goes up must come down, and that casket is open, and Book, that's a much more sturdy casket, don't you think?
It is just knocked all the wind out of Waller. All he just has to do is just roll him in.
Gotta get Waller in the casket.
Just roll him in and close the lid, man.
Waller, so close. Crews, Waller's inside the casket. All Crews has to do now is shut the lid. Crews trying to shut the lid and Waller getting up.
It's not gonna be that easy tonight.
Certainly not. And Waller quickly hopping out of the casket definitely gives him the heebie-jeebies. Oh!
I mean, they want you to be, oh my God, they want you to be real comfortable in this casket. They got pillows and everything. They may have a jacuzzi. That thing is big.
But yeah, you're in there. You may not be getting out, and that is exactly where Crews finds himself now. Waller looking to shut the lid. Crews trying to fight it from underneath, trying to keep the lid from closing. Crews using that strength, and now Crews dragging Waller inside. Both men inside the casket.
Like I say, man, that thing's about big as a double wide, this casket.
And Waller, Waller not gonna like the looks, trying to scratch and claw, but you reap what you sow.
Oh, man.
No love lost between these two superstars, and I wonder, Book, how hard it is to even prepare for a casket match, let alone finding out just a few hours ago what sort of matchup you would be competing in at Halloween Havoc.
We just talked about it earlier. This match right here, Waller is a kid that's got a whole lot of room for mistakes, but Apollo, no. This is a must-win for Apollo Crews tonight here at Halloween Havoc. He has to put Waller in that casket and close that lid, man.
No doubt who the NXT Universe is behind, and I believe Crews just whispered to the official, open the casket again, because he's looking to plant with some authority Waller. Waller doing his best to weasel his way free, trying to get away from Crews by any means necessary at this point. But what a kick connects in again. Waller on rubber legs.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, and the arrogant Aussie, is he going to leave Halloween Havoc with the biggest trick of them all?
Oh, this kid Waller is crafty, man. I like it a lot.
Never one to shy away from mocking a legend or Hall of Famer.
He is a showman.
And Waller, no.
He's a showman.
What? No, Book, come on.
He's a showman. He's a showman. Oh,
tombstone.
Not good for Waller. Oh.
And Cruz with quite the counter. And put both men down. So much taken out of both these competitors, both these superstars. Let's not forget, Cruz already went through one casket tonight.
You know, I like Waller, everything about this kid. I like the showboat, but sometimes...
He's in! He's in!
Here we go. Here we go. That's it.
Fingertips! Trying to push his way free and able to overpower Cruz, and not many have said that. And what a right hand, and once again, getting out of dodge is Waller, who goes up.
Beautiful back elbow right there by Waller. Something's about to happen right here, and I don't think it's going to be good for Apollo.
Cruz trying to fight his way free, certainly does. And both men, whoa! Wow. We said it would be with authority. Waller's in the casket. Cruz reaching out. Cruz closes the lid.
Here is your winner, Apollo Cruz.
Book, you said it was must win for Apollo Cruz tonight. He answered the call. He withstood the test. And in the end, he is the one with his hand raised.
Yes, indeed. I said this man right here had to go out and win it, but Apollo said it earlier, time waits for no man. We got to get it done. Let's go.
Let's go back. You know, this is a point of the matchup. Cruz went through the talk, and I have to reiterate, you have to put your opponent in the lid and shut the casket lid. Waller thought he was the winner. Apollo Cruz had something else in mind as those Druids would bring out his second casket, a bigger casket, a sturdier casket. And you talk about sturdy, as strong as they come, Apollo Cruz was able to start to turn this match around. But for a moment, Grayson Waller had the advantage back. The momentum had swung into his favor. Both men were going back and forth, but in the end, bang! It would be Apollo Cruz who would plant Grayson Waller in his final resting spot here at Halloween Havoc. And now with the Waller effect put to rest and left in the dark, can Apollo Cruz now focus his vision elsewhere in NXT?
Students, thank you for sending in your history of Halloween Havoc homework. Very pleased by a few of you. Danielle, Christopher, Rachel, but I will say, some of you were the drizzling. How do you not know the location of Halloween Havoc 1995? Duhaime, you're better than that. I just get so angry because I know how bright you are, and I want you all to succeed. I should have covered this at the beginning of class, but we have a new transfer student to Andre Chase University, Duke Hudson.
Mr. Chase, how did he get in? I hate transfer students.
Bodie, we have to give Duke a chance. But Duke, I will say, I'm gonna be watching you.
Oh, I totally understand, Mr. Chase. But I'm very excited to be here, and I want you to know that I'm here to learn from you. Oh, and I'm very excited to get to know each and every one of you.
Thank you, Duke. But we're almost out of time. Now the bonus question for 10 extra points. Halloween Havoc 1996. The Outsiders beat which team to win the tag team titles?
The Nasty Boys, Mr. Chase.
I'm sorry, Bodie, that's
Oh,
incorrect.
no, sorry. It was the Steiners.
That's not right either. Anybody else? Duke.
Yes, I believe it was Booker T and Stevie Ray, the Harlem Heat.
Duke, that is correct. And that was a very historic moment in Halloween Havoc history. The Outsiders winning their first World Tag Team Championships. Thank you, class. Class dismissed.
Mr. Chase, I do not trust Duke.
Neither do I, Bodie. But you've got to do better in class.
You're right, Mr. Chase. I'll be more prepared on Tuesday. Thank you.
The almighty Bobby Lashley is #1.
He is indeed something beyond human. Supreme dominance. One of the most impressive athletes we've ever seen in WWE.
I will destroy everybody else and reign supreme, because right now is the almighty era.
I started wrestling when I was in 7th grade. I was like a little workhorse kid. When I got to college, it was on. I used to always use working out as my outlet. I took 4th as a freshman, and then I won nationals my sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Three-time champion, Bobby Lashley.
After I graduated college, the Army coach actually called me up. He asked me if I'd be interested in coming on the team. And then from that point on, I was wrestling for the Army team. So I went Armed Forces a few times, and then I went on to the Military World Championships where I won silver medal. Wrestling really took off for me there. I knew WWE was where I was meant to be.
One of the greatest athletes to ever step into the ring. 3-time national champion amateur wrestler. 4-time All-American. Bobby Lashley is credible to the max. Very humble man, but when Lashley gets in this ring, he just hits hard. Some guys, when they come along, just have it. Lashley has it.
Please show the proper amount of respect for your almighty. This is my ring, and I won't be disrespected.
Oh my God! No matter how bad you think you are, you will never be almighty.
The almighty era never ends.
Well, after what we saw earlier tonight, this might be quite the ride for Mandy Rose as her NXT Women's Championship hangs in the balance here tonight at Halloween Havoc.
I'm now joined by the NXT Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly. And guys, how confident are you defending your titles on Tuesday against Edris Enofé and Luke Blake?
Kens, we're as tasty as ever, and that means not a care in the world.
Those chaps want to shock the world. The only shocking thing is they're getting the time of day with NXT's dandy highwaymen.
The perfect pair with a full itinerary. But hey, that comes with the territory of being the greatest tag team in NXT.
Hey, Mackenzie, watch this.
Side play check!
Okay, we get it. Typical Pretty Deadly, more concerned with how they look than keeping their titles. You think you're the greatest tag team in NXT? We say different.
Give it a rest, all right, Chuckies. The only thing we're worried about is what outfit we're going to wear on Tuesday. As for you two, well, break a leg.
How did you break a leg?
Yeah, we'll see who walks out on Tuesday with their titles.
The following contest is a weapons wild match where anything goes. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission.
Welcome to the generation of Jade.
Introducing first, Cora Jade.
Catch the epic conclusion of the Halloween franchise with Halloween Ends in theaters and streaming only on Peacock. Well, this is the Weapons Wild match, and there is a woman who certainly has ushered in a new and darker generation of Jade.
Yeah, she has. And, you know, I was talking to my son, Kendrick James, about these young people today, and he's only 12 years old. He said, Dad, it's just a Generation Z, you know. There's nothing you can do about it. These young people are just trying to make up their own rules, and, you know, I get it. I understand it. You know, the one thing you can't teach is being young.
And her opponent, Roxanne Perez.
22 talk about youth, there is Roxanne Perez that some had called a prodigy. And look, go back to NXT Heatwave book. Perez couldn't find that killer instinct that was needed to beat Cora Jade that night, to hit Cora Jade that evening. She has promised there will be no hesitation here tonight. And there is that skateboard, which really was the first time we saw this nasty side of Jade when she broke the skateboard across the back of Perez. Is that, however, what you needed to hear, Book, to know that Perez is laser focused?
I think so. I mean, right now, Roxanne Perez, she has all the tools to win this matchup tonight. But I say, you talk about that match just a couple of months ago. Yep. Roxanne was in total control until that kendo stick came out. And the one thing you cannot do in this business is hesitate. You got to pull the trigger, man.
Oh!
Like that.
Well, the trigger pulled, and now Perez swinging for the fences. And Jade wisely ready to run for the hills here. And again, everything is legal. Weapons wild, and I'm almost stunned because Perez is just stalking Cora Jade.
We were just talking about an eye for an eye a minute ago. This right here is payback, man.
Let's call that a receipt. So
yes, indeed.
And Perez has been waiting for this moment. And I got to ask, we talk about this whole rivalry between these former friends, bitter enemies, is now looking to break that skateboard, and Jade able to save herself for a moment. And we've seen this before, Book. Will we see it again? No, this time. Perez able to stay a step ahead of Jade. What went through your mind when Jade tossed the NXT Women's Tag Team titles in the garbage?
Honestly, what I thought about immediately, it took me back to 1995, Monday Night Night. Wow, when Medusa threw the WWE Women's title in the trash. Let me tell you something, Medusa said that was the worst moment of her life, looking back on it.
All right, now this could be the best moment in the career, the young career of Roxanne Perez. And you take a look at this whole issue between these two. Perez, what has she done wrong? She won the breakout tournament. She helped Jade win the tag team title. She executed her contract, which was her right. What did she do wrong, Booker, to draw the ire of Cora Jade?
Let me tell you something, man. It's all about having friends, buddies, pals. You know, and I've talked to Roxanne about that. When you try to move up, they're going to try to pull you back down. So I'm going to tell you right now, you got to keep your eye on the prize, man.
Right now, she's trying to keep her eye on Perez, but Perez trying to keep her eye on Jade. Finally found her, though, and there's nowhere for Cora Jade to run and hide. As Jade, oh! The hell was that? That bug spray? Spray paint? What was that?
Well, it was effective. That's what it was right now. Cora Jade, she's going to pull out all the stop to get a win tonight because she knows the gravity of this match. She knows she needs to beat Roxanne Perez in order to move up the ladder. Oh, man.
Jade said she can't drown her demons because they know how to swim. And you talk about Jade's mindset. She takes pride, and we just saw it moments ago, in being just an evil genius.
You don't just come out like this. You taught this. You know, this is what Cora Jade comes. I think it was freelance wrestling where I think she got her start, where it's just a bunch of mayhem and chaos. Let me tell you something. Roxanne didn't learn like that in reality of wrestling, but trust me, she can go there.
Halloween Havoc still trending #1 in the United States because of what we have witnessed here tonight. It's been mayhem. It's been demolition derby. It's been nothing but all-out chaos since the very beginning. In Chaos Book, probably a good word to describe this match because I'm looking around and there are weapons everywhere.
It's chaos, madness, mayhem, destruction, all of that.
You're a dictionary almost, man. You have all sorts of words at your disposal. But right now, at the disposal of Jade, a pile of steel. And that is a look of desperation in the eyes of Perez.
I don't like that look right there at all.
Perez's fingers are caught.
I don't like that look. I don't like that look right now. Perez is in a bad, bad way.
It's all legal, and now look at Jade. I don't know if you just heard her, but she said, where's the stick? She wants to continue to destroy her former
man.
In jealousy, not a good shade on Jade.
Jealousy runs deep in this business. That's why I always talk about, you know, you can't have too many people close to you. You gotta be tolerant. You gotta be laser focused. And right now, Roxanne Perez is definitely not that.
Adrian, you know, our officials on hand here in this matchup doing such a good job here tonight, because that was a nasty landing by Perez. And first, this is what happened. Jade all the way down, all that pressure just stomping, and then a little extra insult to injury, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm looking for Roxanne to just, you know, start thinking about what she needs to do, and that's just fight. You can't think about a wrestling match or anything like that. You can't think about it being technical or anything. You just gotta bring the noise and take it to the street, man.
And there's that jealousy, book. There's that jealousy, and it's sad to see two friends split because of one's jealousy, not to mention greed.
It is. It truly is. And when I see, you know, Cora Jade, she's got that mean girl written all over her. Wanting to be that one bad hottie, and nobody else can be that. That's what this is all about.
And Perez answering right back. And this is, Book, that fight you were talking about. This is where she had to go. She's got to get nasty. She's got to get mean. She's got to find that killer instinct as Roxanne Perez.
There it is. I was looking for that word right there, that killer instinct. That's what she's going to have to bring in a fight like this. But Cora Jade, she's letting it all hang out.
It is now the moment for Perez to turn things around. If she can remember everything that has happened over the last several months because of one, Cora Jade. She lost her opportunity at the Women's Championship because of Jade. Her best friend stabbed her in the back. She needs to let all that anger, all that frustration, all that rage, Book, she's got to let it out now.
I agree. I mean, right there, she just laid that trash can lid on her, but she only did it once. That should have been a 10 count, man. That should have been a 10. You thought you was at Chick-fil-A, it would have been a 10-piece.
Well, she's looking for a 2-piece and a biscuit at this point. Perez continuing to bring it. And she said no hesitation tonight. And you can see it's a different look in Perez's eyes. She's not stopping. She's not thinking, she's just doing.
Yeah, but that little small bit of hesitation is still worrying. Those little bitty smiles in between, that is what's worrying me. We talk about that killer instinct. We need all of that.
We're seeing it now, and how good must it feel for Perez? Swinging for the fences, so to speak, Book.
There we go, right here. This could be it right here. Take it to the woodshed.
Perez into the cover. Will it be enough? And Jade, credit where credit is due, still showing fight.
Tough customer in Cora Jade. She's no quitter by any means.
This is that side of Perez we talked about this past Tuesday. Would we see it tonight? You've mentioned it a few times tonight already, Book. Perez is starting to put it together. I think she's learning to harness her emotions to destroy Cora Jade, and could be looking for some pop rocks, and Jade had it scouted. No, these two know each other so very well. Jade sensed it, was able to counter, and you saw almost that whiplash effect for Perez.
Let me tell you something. Cora Jade is not going to quit. She knows exactly what this thing is all about, how big this matchup
Into the cover is Perez out, and able to continue to fight is Perez.
Look at Jade, just a look on her face. You can tell she's enjoying this from a certain degree.
And is Jade looking for that exclamation point here at Halloween Havoc? Oh, Perez. Talk about finding a different gear. Perez trying to find a different state of mind throughout this matchup, throughout this entire conflict. And now both women up top teetering. Something's gonna give, Book.
We're in the high rent district right here, man. This is like River Oaks area. Oh, beautiful.
Perez wisely into the cover, the count. Another near fall, and weapons are wild. And now Jade again trying to run. Where's Jade going?
Jade's going.
You can't run away.
Heels, man. He's trying to get up out of here, man.
You can't run away. Jade running through the NXT universe. Book, are you seeing this?
Yes, I am, and I'm afraid of heights, so I don't like the looks of this right here at all.
Talking about the high-rent district. Again, anything goes. No disqualifications. Weapons are wild. Pinfall submission, though, has to take place inside the ring.
Oh, no!
We talk about evil intentions. There's no give. I've been up on, there's no give to that.
Let me tell you something.
To that stage.
Cora Jade has an evil streak.
Yeah, it certainly does. And, well, what's on the mind of Jade? I mean,
what the hell?
Book wins and
After everything I did to you, after everything I did for you, this is where you go.
I mean, both these women need to think about this, Book.
Too late to be thinking, man. We're in it.
Perez! Oh! I can't get over what we just witnessed. I mean, one more time, Book. I mean, we talk about the disdain for another individual, but what makes another superstar, what makes another person want to do this to another human?
This is serious. I mean, wait a minute. I don't. Are they okay? I mean,
referee's there, and look. Perez said she would not hesitate. She had a momentary hesitation up there, and it almost cost her. Now, I don't know how both these women are to their feet, but what is it going to take to keep the other one down?
No, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, both want it just that bad. I mean, I thought the referee should have perhaps stopped this thing after a fall like that, but we're still going, man. This is Halloween Havoc.
Referee's still in position to check on both these superstars, but they are willing to destroy themselves to destroy the other. That's how far this has gotten between two people that were considered best friends.
You know, the best of friends normally, you normally have the best fights, the best scraps.
My friend!
Well, Jay making it clear, you were never my friend. Perez trying to fight out.
Oh!
On a bit of steel goes Jay.
You were always my best friend.
And with no hesitation, Perez looking for Fox. Cover, count. Perez stands tall at Halloween Havoc.
Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez.
We talked about it earlier tonight with Wes Lee, what it must feel to win that gold. I can only imagine what it feels right now for Roxanne Perez to put everything behind her over the last several months.
Yes, indeed. Roxanne, look at that smile right there. I always tell Roxanne, you got to be able to smile in any situation. So I get it. I get it. My girl is on top of the game right now, dog.
Well, you talk about on top, we saw that momentary hesitation. And for Perez, it almost cost her as both women went falling from high above the ring. It was crash and burn, but back in the ring.
You were never my friend!
Jade made the bold declaration, but in the end, Perez was able to find that killer instinct and connect on, bam, a little bit of pop rocks. And let the partying begin for the prodigy. Let the partying begin for Roxanne Perez.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
I'm The Miz, and I'm awesome!
Miz, of course, the A-lister, the Hollywood star around these parts. Rolling the red carpet out for the A-lister.
Please welcome The Miz.
The Miz!
The biggest celebrity is standing right in front of you right now.
I have done everything. I'm the star of the Marine movie franchise. I'm the star of the sensational TV hit Ms. and Mrs. I'm the man who headlined WrestleMania. I am the only two-time Grand Slam champion in this company. I look the part, I act the part, I walk the part, I talk the part, because I am the part.
I came into WWE as an outsider.
The real world. Back to New York.
People just saw me a certain way, and that was a reality star.
You're gonna prove that it's not just to be on TV?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna see, aren't we?
Yes, sir. No matter what I did, I was rubbing people the wrong way.
How about we book Paris Hilton, okay? Since we booked the freaking Miz.
Whether fans believe it, whether the locker room believes it, I believe it, and I will make everyone believe it.
Miz is the United States champion, tag team champion, intercontinental champion, Mr. Money in the Bank.
I'd rather you all hate me for everything I am.
Miz is cashing it in at a vulnerable Orton. Miz is champion.
Then love me for something I'm not.
When you don't get respect that you have earned, you take it.
This is my show. My show.
And I'm gonna keep taking it.
There's only room for one in this spotlight, and it belongs to the A-lister.
Do you have any idea how important I am? I am, was, and always will be the greatest man in WWE.
Because I am a star.
And the whole world will look at me and simply say, awesome!
We saw JD McDonough warming up earlier tonight. Right now it is Ilya Dragunov putting in some final few moments of work here tonight before the big main event triple threat match in Book. Who's going to be the NXT champion come Saturday, December the 10th? It's the final premium live event of the year. It's NXT Deadline. I don't want you to give me your prediction right now because we still have so much more to come here at Halloween Havoc, but we are looking forward to the final premium live event of 2022.
Please welcome your host of Halloween Havoc, Shotzi!
Shotzi dressed up a little bit of a bit. She loved it. Beetlejuice, the Joker. What a host Shotzi is for Halloween Havoc.
I love me some Shotzi Blackheart, man.
I told you Halloween Havoc would be the most blood-curdling, terrifying, and horrific night of the year. And so far, we have had ladders and caskets and a haunted house, oh my! And we've seen two women butcher the last remnants of their friendship. And there's still so much more to come! Including my co-host.
Please welcome the Super Diva, Quincy Elliott.
The Super Diva here to quench everyone's thirst.
Quench your thirst, not everyone, okay?
Damn, Quincy! Damn!
Hey.
Oh, I didn't realize you had more than one costume. You are the sweetest banana I have ever seen.
Well, I'm glad you find this costume appealing. I mean, everyone sees me, licks their lips, and they know that Quincy Elliott is the pitch of the bunch. Lash. I don't know if you know this, but Lashing Out was canceled a long time ago. And Lash, you're nowhere near as fabulous as me and my co-host. So you can take those little shoes and skirt your ass back to the locker room.
Now hold the hell up, Banana Nut. I've got a problem with someone from SmackDown hosting the show when there's a host like me right here who would do it better and fits better for the occasion.
Lash, you got so many great qualities, sweetie. You're tall, athletic, explosive. But Lash, girl, hearing you on the microphone, it's way more horrifying than anything that happened on Halloween. Period.
Look here, you better watch yourself talking like that.
Quincy, you are my scream queen, and I love you. But I can handle this.
Go off, Queen. Oh! That's what you get, lad! That's what you get, lad!
I think we learned you should never try to ruin Halloween for Shotzi. Quincy's got some moves.
Charlotte Flair was built for the spotlight, built for the grand stage.
This was my destiny. This is what I was born to do. And I am continuing the greatest legacy there will ever be.
Right here, right now, up for grabs. Built here, built tough, built to last. Only addition, I can never subtract. That's how I like to do math. I blast off, I refuse to lose. I got something to prove. I'ma make my move, then I show off.
Bred to be a champion.
I am a franchise player. I am a genuine superstar. And what I do in this ring is sacred.
Arguably the most impressive resume of accolades in all of WWE.
Oh my God! Asuka What? The streak of Asuka is over!
The winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte is the 3-time! It's a 7-time! For a record 13th time, Charlotte Flair is Women's Champion.
Hit him with the 1-2. I'ma have to show you. I am a giant. I will be defiant. I will rise again.
Please welcome WWE star Charlotte Flair. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
Hold on tight because I'm coming at you fast. Take my place so I can never be last. Hold on tight because I'm coming at you fast.
No one compares to me. You see my greatness and it eats you alive. I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity. I am the most decorated woman in the history of WWE.
only on Halloween that people wear masks. They wear them all year long.
For months, we have tried to cultivate peace, to help people remove their masks and reveal their true selves, to achieve something greater by joining us under the Schism's tree.
Instead of hearing our words, they continue to spit in our faces. Now, our message to this brand won't be delivered by will, but by force.
You have opened your heart to the Schism and proven yourself worthy. Are you ready to remove your mask? This Tuesday is your moment. You will remove your mask and breathe in the fresh air. And together, we will show the world the full force of the Schism. 4 individuals not afraid to be themselves.
Not afraid of how society views us.
While the rest of the world hides behind their masks of wealth, vanity, and lies, it has become our job to illuminate your mistakes, shine a light on your hypocrisy. We tried the peaceful approach. What happens next is your fault. 4 roots, 1 tree.
Try to stay focused on the here and the now, because coming up in moments, a highly anticipated matchup. David Kemp trying to destroy Diamond Mine. Standing in his way is Julius Creed, who tonight is fighting for more than just himself in this ambulance match.
Diamond Mine was formed in the summer of 2021. It was a team comprised of premier athletes with a common goal of complete and utter domination. Roderick Strong was their leader. Next up was Ivy Nile. And finally, Julius and Brutus Creed. Strong was the first to bring gold to the Diamond Mine.
And new cruiserweight champion, Roderick Strong!
Then the Creeds would get their first taste of success.
Creeds have won the Dusty Cup!
Then Strong would add what he thought was the final piece to the puzzle, Damon Kemp.
This guy's gonna make you guys so much better.
The Creeds would then rise to a new level.
New Tag Team Champions, the Creed Brothers!
Then at the height of their success, Diamond Mine was betrayed by one of their own.
When I destroyed Roddy in the parking lot, nobody thought it was me. The sound of that steel chair meeting Julius' back signaled the end of Diamond Mine. That moment cost the Creed brothers the tag team titles.
I don't like to be cold-hearted, but when the circumstance calls for it, there is nobody colder than me.
You jumped Roddy, you cost us the titles.
It's not gonna be good enough to pin you. It's not gonna be good enough to submit you. Well, Halloween Havoc, it's you versus me in an ambulance match.
When I beat you, your brother is gone from NXT.
He accepts!
Tell them that's what we ready for. Tell them that's what we ready for.
This is an ambulance match where we have to shut the door on the other one. Maybe I'll just hit you in the back 10 times like I did your brother a few weeks back.
You can use weapons, which means I can use weapons too. And I'm more vicious and I'm more violent than you.
Trust me, it gets more mean. I'm a nightmare going up against your dream.
It's gonna be the eradication of a cancer that's plagued me for the last 5 months.
Julius, win, because it's Diamond Mine forever.
It's not Diamond Mine forever. It's Damon Kemp forever.
Tell them that's what we ready for. War. Bringing that to competitors. Till we see the confetti fall, be ready for war.
superstar to put his opponent into the ambulance and shut the doors will be declared the winner. If Julius Creed loses, his brother Brutus Creed's career is over. Introducing first, Damon Kemp.
Game's already being played. Damon Kemp bringing the same chair he used to bash Brutus Creed over and over and over again a few weeks ago. Oh, you love it.
I like this kid, Damon Kemp. He's a monster. I got a chance to meet him back at Extreme Rules, and I looked at him and I said, this kid right here, he's a beast. So I'm looking forward to this matchup right here tonight.
It's certainly a different look and a different mindset in Damon Kemp. But the same could be said for his opponent tonight.
And his opponent, representing Diamond Mine, Julius Creed.
Oh, Creed off rip, just tossing pumpkins. And look, we typically see Julius and whoa, big drop kick off the top. It's a different look. He told me earlier tonight, this isn't gonna be a match. This is gonna be nothing more than a fight.
Yes, indeed. It's another kid that just
gotcha.
The pleasure of meeting. I'm gonna tell you, I saw him. I said, this is a big kid. We gonna need an ambulance tonight for this match because somebody's going to Sharpstown General.
Well, and again, Kemp looking for that equalizer and swing and a miss. Again, that's the same chair that Kemp equalized Brutus with, and Julius knows it. Julius has been waiting for this matchup, and I gotta ask you this quickly, Book. How would you feel if you were walking into a match knowing your brother's career was in your hands?
You know, man, that's one thing. It's a lot of pressure right now for Julius Creed, but that might be the one thing Julius needs to go out here and get the job done tonight. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be an uphill battle because Damon Kemp is no joke.
We heard from our ring announcer, Alicia Taylor, earlier. Oh! This isn't going to be settled in the ring. This isn't a 1-2-3. You got to get your opponent inside the ambulance and shut the door, and someone is going to be taking a ride. And there you see that ambulance in the background.
What I like right now what Julius is doing is staying with his strong suit, and that's wrestling right now. I thought, with both of these guys being wrestlers, it would cancel each other out. But right now, we're close to this thing being over.
And right now, so close, and this could be it. Kemp is inside. Julius just needs to shut the door. And is this Kemp using a crutch? Anything he can find inside that ambulance, and that strategy. You gotta shut both doors. It's the only way you can win.
The effective strategy too right now, just trying to stay in the game. That's what Kemp is doing right now, and he's staying in the game by any means necessary.
And Kemp just throwing everything he can at Julius Creed right now. And look, you said the word pressure earlier. Creed said pressure is a privilege. He oozes confidence, and he has some bottled nerves, and now both men, same idea, and this is just turning into a slugfest.
Yeah, man, about confidence, but no matter how much confidence you got, you still a man, and it only takes one mistake, and Brudi is out, man, out of this business, out of this company. It's over.
These two with a lot of hatred towards one another. And Julius wanting to cool off Damon Kemp. Walking with a purpose is Creed here tonight.
Call
Look,
for me.
both have
I
great
answer on the first string. You ain't getting no voicemail here. Come on.
answers on the first ring. Both got a great amateur background. But look, this is a little out of the box. Oh! For both these superstars. What is it going to take? Where does one have to go to be victorious? And I don't want them to come near us.
It's a little different here tonight. You know, this is a match where... Look. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Right there, that's the beast coming out in Damon Kemp right there. That's what I was talking about. This guy right here, no nonsense. It's all about going out and taking care of business. He took care of the Diamond Mine. It's only a few pieces left.
Yeah, Roderick Strong, I'm sure, is looking on somewhere. He's getting better each and every day. But I'm I'm sure there's not a smile on the face of Strong at this moment. And what must Brutus be thinking? Brutus looking on, because if Damon Kemp's victorious, Brutus is gone.
Now, Brutus,
let's remember that.
Let me tell you something. Brutus is a cheerleader right now. Brutus is back in the back one.
That way, you better be cheering loud, because Kemp now is carrying Julius Creed, and he could be carrying him all the way to the ambulance. The slugfest, you can see the welts forming on the back.
Fight continues right here. He's got a whole lot of fight left in Julius Creed. Let me tell you something tonight. Julius Creed, he's not going to quit. You're going to have to separate this kid from his senses tonight. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be a tall order, but if anybody can get it done, it's going to be this beast, Damon Kemp.
And Kemp going low, dropping Creed. Gotta get your opponent inside the ambulance. Both doors must be shut. And Damon Kemp now could be closing in on a victory, the biggest victory of his career. And this could certainly damage Diamond Mine. This could end Diamond Mine.
Vicious right
Kemp,
That's vicious.
And to think, with every passing moment Damon Kemp is control, Brutus's career is slipping away.
Good God, man.
You can hear the NXT Universe, because this could be moments away from wrapping up. Kemp now just trying to bully Julius into the ambulance. Julius is inside. Kemp's got one door shut, waving goodbye, and that is it. Oh! A little bit of juice on that kick.
Great offense right there, Julius Kemp. Like I said, Julius Creed. You're going to have to separate this kid from his senses. He's not going to quit tonight. This is about blood, and blood is thicker than water, man.
Oh! Julius said he had made peace with what he's going to have to do tonight. What he's going to have to do to save his brother's career, what he's going to have to do for a little bit of payback for Roderick Strong to keep Diamond Mine whole. All the pressure is on the back of Creed. ACC standout, I'm pretty sure, at Duke University, Julius Creed never had an ambulance match.
Yes, indeed. But let me tell you something. This kid, you know, he's a wrestler. And well, one thing about wrestlers, they've been fighting their whole life, and that survival instinct always kicks in. And that's what we're seeing right now between these two individuals.
Damon Kemp now, with every move he makes, he has plotted the destruction of Diamond Mine.
Oh, no! Oh! That's vicious.
Spine off steel.
That's vicious right there.
Kemp, who believes he was wrong by Diamond Mine since day one, was overlooked, is trying to prove a point right now. And Book, where's Kemp's mindset coming from? That's what everyone's been wondering. What has exploded inside of Damon Kemp to make him into, as you called, this beast?
Let me tell you something, Greg. It's all about war. You got to understand that. You know, Ernie Ladd said it best. You know, when you getting paid to do a job, you will do that job. You do that job well. And I'm big enough to step on some toes and step on some toes and keep on walking, Jack. That's what it's all about.
Damon Kemp has been stepping and squashing on all the toes in Diamond Mine to lead to this point, because this is a 2-for-1 for Damon. He can not only have bragging rights against Julius Creed, he can put Brutus out to pasture.
And a man that brought the whole thing down, that would be Damon Kemp. Is it gonna happen?
And Creed's starting to fight back. You heard the words from Julius Creed last week when he was talking to Damon Kemp. He's been protecting his brother since birth. It was Brutus who accepted this matchup, but it's Julius Creed now who's creating the devastation and destruction of Damon Kemp.
Wait a minute, Kemp's going for a little ride here.
Kemp can't get out.
He's going for a little ride. He's going to go for a little ride. Let's see what happens right here.
And he might get a face full of steel. And you can just see that swagger coming back with Julius Creed as the complexion of this matchup has shifted.
Not just that never say die mentality that, you know, I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. We're going to go all night if we have to, because you know why? This is Halloween Havoc.
And much like he saw his mentor, Roderick Strong, pushed in a wheelchair, he is pushing Kemp along the way. Kemp kind of just woke up and, ooh! Listen to those strikes. Oh, and a nasty landing by Kemp. Julius told me earlier he was raised by his parents. You reap what you sow. You make your bed, you lie in it, and that is what is going through his mind as he continues to apply the wow. Pressure to Kemp, but Kemp, presence of mind to use his environment to his advantage.
Well, like I say, you got to use everything you possibly can in a matchup like this. This match right here is not a whole lot of rules or anything like that. Only thing you got to do is beat your opponent into the back of that ambulance. And right now, it's a fight going on.
You got to shut the doors as well. And these two now literally bringing everything they can to this matchup. And Book, you really got to think outside the box, don't you? Oh! Again, spine off steal of Julius.
Man.
And again, the chair in hand. The same chair he beat Brutus down with. Oh, just went off. And now Julius starting to fight back. But again, Kemp, almost relentless.
Oh, wow.
He just threw the ring bell.
Oh, this match.
What the hell?
It's getting out of hand right now. I mean, this match has a little bit of an element of no holds barred. It could be a street fight. It could be a little bit of everything here tonight at Halloween Havoc.
Look, we better watch ourselves. Things will be flying this way.
Yeah.
You're going to get in front and catch something. These two, we knew this was a highly anticipated fight, and it's been everything and more here at Halloween Havoc. And Julius, Kemp. They knew this wasn't going to be, a catch-can classic. Instead, this is going to be a good old-fashioned fight, and now Kemp.
Oh, wow. Man, this dude has no mercy. I mean, he cares nothing. He cares nothing about his opponent. Not just this match. That's the mentality of this kid, Damon Kemp. I like everything about it.
With Creed. Creed's in the ambulance. And it could be academic from here. One door, make it two. We got a winner.
He stopped in his hand.
Julius saved his brother's career and the match with his own fingers.
See that? You see that? Oh, no.
His hand again. It was his hand.
Creed is willing to eat all this pain to continue this matchup.
Wait a minute, his finger's got to be broken.
And he don't give a damn, Book.
Oh, no.
And adrenaline could be setting in.
I'm gonna tell you, that's the only thing it could be, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Julius Creed got a few broken bones, but right now still throwing caution to the wind.
And adrenaline make a man do crazy things.
Yes, indeed, Vic. Yes, indeed.
Look, we knew this wasn't gonna be pretty, but did you expect this?
No, I said it. Julius Creed is not going to quit tonight. You're going to have to separate this kid from his senses, because it's all about blood. Right now, if he loses this match, his brother, Brudai, is out, and he's not going to let that happen tonight.
Oh, and how poetic.
Oh,
the same chair that was used to beat down his brother. Julius now answering back to Damon.
Oh, my goodness.
You just hear the shots ringing out as Julius continues to wear down Damon.
The attitude you got to have. You can't think about anything but what you got to do it right now.
He's thinking about his brother.
Right now,
He's
Julius,
thinking about Roderick Strong.
He's on a mission. Good God, he's wheeling that chair like it's Eric Judd. What the hell?
And good measure. Look, I've never seen anything like this. And now.
Oh, couldn't get him up. Couldn't get the big man up. Oh, no. Double time. Double time.
So much taken out of both superstars.
Going back to that equalizer. He's got it back in his hands again. Oh, my God.
Well, if his hand wasn't broken, it probably is now, but Creed be damned, he is persevering.
Almost decapitated Damon Kemp right there with that clothesline to the chair, to the noggin.
And it's Kemp now, inside, and the door
There it is.
slams shut. Julius Creed, who did this for his family, who did this for his brother. Let's go back early on in this matchup. I mean, these two literally threw everything at one another, and boom, Damon Kemp had a lot of confidence at this moment.
Yes, indeed, he did. But this man.
And Damon Kemp will continue to use the environment around him to his advantage, but you had to get your opponent inside the ambulance. This is what I was talking about, literally throwing everything at one another. These two, no love lost. And then it was Julius Creed sacrificing himself, sacrificing his body, putting his hands in the door, and you slammed your hand in the car door. Can you imagine what that felt? It happened 3 times, but this is when payback was coming out. The receipt, as you call it, was handed back. Just like his brother weeks ago, it was Damon Kemp who was getting brutally beat down, and then bam, through everything, through all the emotion to continue to push through. Finally, Kemp in the ambulance, the door slams shut, and Kemp taking the ride here tonight. And Julius stands tall. Brutus lives on to see another day. Ivy Niles out here. Somewhere Roderick Strong is smiling. And one thing I know forever, and I know that's good, Diamond Mine is forever. Look, we saw the ambulance, but that vehicle looks very familiar. From what we saw earlier this evening, it is Alba Fire.
Oh, here we go.
And we know
Come on, Mandy.
We know Mandy Rose was in the, oh, Rose. Both women are back here. We are live. This is Halloween Havoc. We just witnessed that brutal ambulance match, one of the most intense ambulance matches in recent memory. But now Fire and Rose, the action spilling where it needs to be spilt, right back here inside the squared circle.
Yes, indeed, Alba Fire. Turnabout is fair play in this business right now. And Alba, let's just say she's firing up.
And Rose has been through maybe hell and back here tonight. And this match is official. NXT Women's Championship is on the line.
I like it. I like it a lot. And right now, Alba Fire, she's on the move right now. This is called payback. This is called retribution. This is called ass whooping. Whatever you want to call it, man.
Well, Fire moving with purpose. And look, we got to say what we've seen over the last several weeks. Rose's typical tricks haven't worked against Alba Fire.
No, I told you Alba Fire was a different type of breed. Right now, she's here to conquer the NXT brand, and it starts with Mandy Rose.
Well, it's Fire who wants to burn Toxic Attraction to the ground. And the first step and maybe the last step here tonight. Cover for the title, and Rose able to kick out.
Not that easy. Mandy Rose loves this position, being on top of the game here in NXT. And I tell you, she's not going to give it up easy. Alba's going to have to take it.
And Fire now going to the tower, and Rose sensing it, realizing it, and now has a little bit of breathing room. Of course, it's 1 year next Wednesday for Mandy Rose. She won the title at Halloween Havoc in 2021. She has been the most dominant women's champion in recent memory.
There we go, that's Mandy Rose.
And she just wants some respect put on her name, and she could be beating it into Fire right now.
Yeah, I like that. That's Mandy Rose. Mandy has come a long way, all the way from Tough Enough, and I look at her now. She's the best in this business. Look at the look on her face, the scowl, like Rocky Balboa would say, or Mick. Now, Mick would say that, right? Yeah,
scowl.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying. Either way, Mandy Rose has been impressive over the last year. But she has seemed to be a little disheveled over the last month or so.
I just think disheveled, distracted in so many different ways, but right now, Mandy Rose is on the move.
Well, still trending #1, Halloween Havoc. And when you wonder if Alba Fire is able to dethrone Mandy Rose here tonight, we might see Fire trending near the top, because that certainly would be a monumental moment in her career. Into the cover to Road to retain, and Fire continues to fight free.
Yes, indeed, but you look at Mandy Rose that have pretty much turned the tides, have shifted the momentum right now. And Mandy, I must say, in more ways than one, she's looking good.
This is a dream match of nightmares. And it has been a long night.
Oh, man.
For the NXT Women's Champion. You think of everything she's gone through tonight, including that long ride back here to Halloween Havoc. She seems focused, as she said, she would be more ruthless here tonight.
See that kidney shot right there to Alba Fire? I remember taking a shot like that from Fit Finley. I still feel it to this day.
Rose just picking the hair of Alba Fire from her fingers. And Rose certainly has weathered the storm of Fire early on in this night. Not only this matchup, because as we mentioned, a long ride going through that haunted house, that haunted maze, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Rose has come out on the other side and is in control.
Oh, no, like I say, Mandy Rose, let me tell you, man, she's a player. She's not here just to be looking good. She's here to take over here in NXT, just like she has. Look at Mandy.
A wise man once said, don't hate the player, hate the game. And right now, the game is all about Mandy Rose. She's been sitting atop the division for nearly a year. She has called out all those that have denied her. She has put down everyone in her path, but she's never met a superstar the breed of Alba Fire.
Like I said, Alba Fire, she took over NXT UK, and she's here to take over North America. Right now, she's here to take over NXT, as well as all of that women's locker room, and you gotta love it.
Fire at one time was called the Forever Champion. She would love once again to wear gold around her waist, as it's all about the NXT Women's title here at Halloween Havoc. What a night it has been. The spookiest night of the year has lived up to its billing, and both these women are slugging it out for the right to be called champion.
Yes, indeed. If I'm not mistaken, she held that championship for like, what, 6 plus days? You gotta love that.
And now trying to turn around Rose gets dropped face first. And is Fire closing in on ending the reign of Rose? Is she able to extinguish Mandy Rose here tonight? Someone might need to check on Wade Barrett.
You ain't lying about that. Let me tell you something, Mandy don't have, you know, her normal backup or anything like that. But let me tell you, she's taking the fight to Alba Fire.
Off the spine buster, into the cover.
That could be it.
Down to retain.
Oh, wow. So close. So close, man.
Close. But one more look up and boom.
Beautiful spine buster right there.
Into the cover. Maybe didn't get a cover quick enough, Book, to put away, because so much has been taken out of Rose, not only physically, but also mentally here tonight. And now Rose could be looking for the finishing touches on Alba Fire. Fire trying to wiggle free, able to do so. Can she counter? And does. Fire now. Oh, some heavy artillery. Do we have a new champion?
Whoa!
Another near fall.
Man!
But look at Fire. No wasted motion.
you
She's
ain't
been in the
diving.
dance before. She's been a champion in the past. She's looking to fly up and down. She got all the SWAT time. Is it going to be enough? We got a new champion. Covered. Toxic Attraction. Jaden Dolan. Referee's got his hands full. Oh, referee got wiped out. Dolan wiped out. Wiped out. Rose missed with the knee. Connect with the headbutt. Fire. Gory bomb. That's it. Cover.
No ref.
There's no ref.
No ref. Ref is down. Ref is down.
That Fire to the outside. A referee. And wisely, Fire getting the official back in it. Dolan Jane. Referee obviously didn't see what's going on.
Come on, man. It's the numbers game. It's the number game. Like a pack of wolves, man.
Kissed by the Rose.
Like a pack of wolves.
Not.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose.
Look, you called it. The numbers advantage. Played once again into the hand of Mandy Rose, who again puts down another victim in her record reign, some would say of terror, here in NXT.
Wow.
Go back this. I mean, this really was the turning point. Somewhere, somehow, Toxic Attraction. I thought Gigi Dolan was locked in a freezer somewhere. Apparently, I was wrong. Alba Fire, though, was still able to outsmart Toxic Attraction and stay one step ahead. Boom! Of Mandy Rose. The Gory Bomb ended it, but there was no referee in sight. The official was wiped out from that super kick we just witnessed. Alba Fire did what she needed to do. She got the official back in the ring, but bam! It opened up the door for her to be wiped out because the official didn't see it. Bam! And then kissed by the Rose. We all saw it, and we all continue to live in the reign of Mandy Rose as the days continue to rack up, and in her own words, will respect be put on the name of Mandy Rose.
A man often finds his destiny on the path he takes to avoid it.
This is surreal. 6 years away from WWE.
Everyone thinks the decision to return was difficult.
Get a dream, hold on to it, and shoot for the sky.
It was not. I knew not what I wanted to do, what I needed to do. Win this championship, bestow it into the hands of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Unfortunately, that dream died. Or did it?
Second generation athlete, one of the richest in-ring IQs in our industry.
Right now, high above the clouds, a certain son of a plumber is grinning from ear to ear.
Yes, I cannot physically bestow it upon the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. But I certainly can put it around the waist of the American Nightmare.
Cody Rhodes suffered a partial pectoral tear. Then, working out, he tore the pectoral muscle right off the bone.
Nonetheless, being the man and the competitor that Cody Rhodes is, Cody will step inside Hell in a Cell. Cody Rhodes has shown us something that no other WWE superstar ever has. The heart
the guts and determination of a clearly wounded Cody Rhodes, giving the performance of a lifetime.
From undesirable to undeniable.
Cody had successful surgery and will be out of action for up to 9 months.
I've never been patient. In my career, a lot of trust is being put into me to do it right.
And I'm going to do it for me. I'm going to do it for my family. And I am going to do it for you.
We are moments away as you see the NXT champion mentally preparing for the two challengers that stand in his way. Can Breakker overcome the odds once again here tonight at Halloween Havoc?
I'm now joined by the #1 contenders to the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. And ladies, on Tuesday, it's your night.
That's right. You see, 1 year ago at this exact event, my life changed. I wasn't sure if I would ever get to compete again. I thought my career was over. I definitely didn't think that I would get the opportunity to become champions again. And look at us now. We are on the doorstep, and all we need to do is kick that damn door down on Tuesday and take those titles.
Winning my first championship has been my main focus. But my biggest reason for wanting to win is this girl right here. And I cannot wait to hear and know.
Hey, count us in on that too. Zoe, don't you worry, because you about to be a two-time NXT Tag Team Champions, baby.
Tag Team Title Tuesday is going to be enthusiastically exhilarating.
And those yes boys won't even know what hit them.
Two teams, one dream, ready to shock the world.
Shock the world, baby.
You know what? Let's go to the main event. Come on.
All right.
Like my costume?
Vic and Booker, back to you.
Thanks, Mackenzie. What a night it has been here at Halloween Havoc. But Book, what a night it's going to be 2 weeks from tonight at Crown Jewel. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for that boy Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. Somebody go get the hell beat out of them in Crown Jewel.
Well, let's talk about what's coming up this Tuesday. As we just heard, it is a tag team title Tuesday. Chance and Carter ready to fight a duo they believe isn't a real team when they put the gold up against Lyons and Stark. Not to be outdone, the second title match will feature Blade and Anafe. Biggest match of their career by far, going up against Pretty Deadly. Will we see new champions crowned this Tuesday on NXT? But here's some breaking news after what we witnessed earlier tonight. Shotzi is back in NXT. She will go toe-to-toe with Lash Legend one-on-one live this Tuesday on USA on NXT. But let's get back to tonight because it is main event time. 3 Warriors, 1 title, 1 match. The only question, who walks out Halloween Havoc NXT champion?
NXT is my life.
The man of the brand. I'm the freaking NXT champion.
And I will prove why I earned this championship each and every week.
He hits with impact, everything he does with precision. Braun Breakker is the present, and he's paving a way for the future.
This title is staying with me.
JD McDonough?
A necessary evil has arrived in NXT.
Like him or not, you have to respect McDonough for what he can do in the ring, and he now has punched his ticket to a date with destiny with the NXT champion, Braun Breakker.
You might think that you slipped my mind, but you are so sadly mistaken. This is gonna end real soon.
Ilya Dragunov is here!
This just gets better and better.
Someone else is now focused on the biggest prize in NXT.
I return to repeat history. I return to achieve my destiny.
You ran me of NXT UK, and I have spent every waking second thinking of ways that I can torture your soul.
This guy is trying to get to the point where you guys tear each other apart.
I haven't been stirring the pot. I've been on my best behavior since I became #1 contender. I wasn't the one that laid out Braun Breaker last week.
Oh! Dragunov was aiming for McDonough.
I didn't spear Ilya Dragunov out of his boots.
Breaker sending a message to Dragunov as there's JD McDonough looking on with everything playing into his hand.
There hasn't been a single thing that an opponent has been able to do to you to keep you down, except when I speared your ass in the center of this ring last week.
You are human. You are beatable.
I will recapture the title that should have been mine in the very first place. Over my dead body.
Here we go.
We knew it wouldn't last.
You can't get along. Let's get it on.
As long as I'm breathing, this championship will be mine.
JD McDonough smiling, laughing as these two are just going at each other. Oh! Dragunov piercing a hole through McDonough.
Wow.
Will this be the scene at Halloween Havoc? Well, it is time for combustible elements to explode in our main event of Halloween Havoc. Here's a superstar who very well could be a spawn of Chucky for the way he moves around, the things he says and the things he does. But are we getting ready to live in an NXT where McDonough is champion?
I'll tell you something. I like this kid, McDonough. No nonsense. It's all about going out and taking care of business. I say it all the time. You look in the eyes never lie. This McDonough kid, he's dangerous, very dangerous.
Here comes the second man in this terrifying triple threat, and for Dragunov, he has been waiting for this moment all summer long. Let's not forget he had to relinquish the NXT United Kingdom Championship this summer after suffering a devastating ankle injury.
You said it right there, relinquishing the championship, coming off of an injury, and here tonight at Halloween Havoc 2022, Dragunov has a chance to play his greatest symphony here tonight. Look at the action. Look at the balance. Look at the time. Look at the time.
Quite the history between both Dragunov and McDonough. McDonough, who has tried to play both his opponents tonight and pit each against the other. We are in for quite a championship matchup here tonight to close out Halloween Havoc. But there's one last man. And can this superstar step up to the plate one more time? Can he do it again here tonight? The champion sending a message to his challengers, but let's remember, history not so kind in this sort of matchup for Braun Breaker. It was earlier this year Breaker lost the NXT title to Dolph Ziggler in a match that also featured Ciampa. And you know, being students of the game, Dragunov and McDonough, they know that fact.
You know, there's no shame. There's no shame in losing, Vic. It only makes you better. It only makes you stronger. I look at this kid right here, Bron Breakker, and he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown-ass man, and you do not want to mess with him.
The following triple threat match scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first the challengers, J.D. McDonagh. Next, Ilya Dragunov. And their opponent, he is the NXT Champion, Bron Breakker.
You know, Brooke, you walked into this premier event, Halloween Havoc, as champion on top of your game. As a matter of fact, you beat Bron's Uncle Scott at Halloween Havoc 2000. What sort of mindset does Bron have to have knowing what he's gone through this year?
Man, what a night for me going against Scott Steiner as champion, one of the best in this business. But I say I was nervous, man. I was scared. I had butterflies flying all over the place, and I'm sure Bron is going through the same thing. But you got to make those butterflies line up and fly straight. You got to get the job done.
Oh! Well, you're talking about going straight. Dragunov going right at McDonagh. Well, Breakker wants to get him some of McDonagh.
Want a piece of the action, want a piece of these champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man.
We're right back on top, and oh! It was just past Tuesday. McDonagh thought he had the upper hand, outsmarting both these superstars. But right now, it seems getting the worst end of it is McDonagh. But Dragunov now back in. I mean, why not just work together for a little bit, Book?
Seems like we both have a beef with McDonagh, and we want to take it out on him. I get it, I understand it, but you gotta be smart in a matchup like this. Oh!
From behind McDonagh, and now McDonagh right on top of Breakker, on top of Dragunov, and this is what McDonagh said he was going to do, Book. He was going to pit these two against one another, and he was going to systematically dissect not one, but both. And at the end of Halloween Havoc, we would be hearing and new NXT champion, J.D. McDonagh.
Just being smart.
Float over off the snap, suplex, kick out.
I talked about it earlier, playing smarter, not harder. That's what McDonagh is all about. This kid has a strategy tonight. Let's see if it's going to play out for him, and he walks out of here with that championship.
Well, McDonagh said after NXT Heatwave, he knew exactly what Bron Breakker can do. Said Bron has a plan A, but doesn't have a B or a C.
Yeah, sometimes you might go to DEX, you know, whatever you got to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, Bron Breakker is a guy that has grown over this last 365 days. He was a kid when he walked in the door, but right now, like I say, Bron Breakker is a kid that's on a fast track. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint.
Nice going right suplex with a bridge and a cover and a quick kick out by Dragunov. McDonagh has come in here, and I think to the shock and awe of the NXT universe, has done exactly what he said he was going to do. Take it to both these superstars. He is sticking to his plan.
Something about this kid McDonagh when I saw him last week, you know, he had that beautiful blue horse jacket on, looking very debonair. This kid right here, he could be the flavor of the month. Just got to get through this match tonight.
Of course, McDonagh beat Tyler Bate for this opportunity. He was very upset that Dragunov stepped into the spotlight, forcing this triple threat matchup. And it's McDonagh who cherishes the fact that he hurt Dragunov, that he beat down Dragunov, that he sidelined Dragunov. Cherishes it.
Look at McDonagh. I mean, this kid is in great shape right now. His balance is on point. His timing is even better.
Into the cover, into the cover, into the cover, and a kick out by Dragunov. Again, Breakker does not need to be factored in the decision to lose his title. And McDonagh was 1 second, Booker. 1 second for being champ.
That's the one thing, Vic. That's the one thing about matchups like this. Never like going into them because you never know exactly what's going to happen. That's why you got to just go all out. Where is Breakker right now, man?
see the pain etched on the face of Dragunov, but I'm glad you bring up Breakker, because McDonough has said about both these superstars, he has learned so much. He's learned how to destroy the other one. How much do you really learn about an opponent after just one match?
I mean, sometimes it's not about it's not about watching, having the one match. It's about studying those matches. It's about looking at everything your opponent does well. And right there, Bron Breakker just got caught.
Well, you asked where Breakker was. We just saw him for a moment. And McDonough, oh, nice kick. And now again, just trying to fight off everyone. Look at the innovative offense.
Beautiful. Wow.
McDonough, a surgeon inside the ring.
McDonough said he was coming in and he was coming to win tonight. Kid has nothing but confidence on his side. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a betting man, I might be putting my money on this kid right here, J.D. McDonough.
Okay, this is a terrifying triple threat matchup. And now looking for the devil inside. Looking for the devil inside is McDonough. Can he hit it? If he hits it, this one could be over. Dragunov, who has it scouted, trying to counter somehow, some way. And Breakker just drops everyone.
That was the shuggy ducky quack quack moment of this match right there. That double clothesline by Bron Breakker.
And Breakker now turning in to a human bulldozer. And taking a page out of his uncle and father's playbook.
Wow, just see
pure power.
See that right there? I mean, Bron Breakker just popped the hips. You don't see a over the head, belly-to-belly suplex like that normally. This kid right here, the dexterity of this kid, Bron Breakker, is unbelievable.
Breakker able to counter, and look at Dragunov swinging a miss, gets caught, goes for the ride.
Bad move.
And the scary power of Breakker on display in this matchup.
Look at him. Look at him.
Not only that, bam, followed up with a second. And you mentioned the explosiveness of Bron Breakker with those hips. Is that what separates him from everyone else?
Let me tell you, that right there, that's in his DNA. It's in his blood. Uncle Scotty was the master at that right there. Beautiful, beautiful clothesline. Reminds me of that dog-faced, scribbling Rick Steiner.
Breakker never won to turn away a challenge.
Oh, wait a minute.
On McDonough, then trying to steal one was McDonough. JD rolling out of dodge.
Took a hard fall there.
They certainly did, but focusing back in on the action. JD.
Beautiful form there by Dragunov.
And Dragunov looking for a suplex of his own, trying to hoist up Breakker. Breakker trying to overpower, and successfully does, but as I mentioned, Breakker never one to shy away from a challenge. Welcomes all competitions, all walks of life.
Beautiful.
And he certainly has been against a lot of international foes as of late, and McDonough breaking up the kind of... again, is this just strategy at this point?
Just took another bad spiel. McDonough just took another bad spiel right there. I don't know what it was.
Well, McDonough just laughing, smiling, almost frustrating Bron Breakker in the center of the ring. Picking his spots is McDonough, and you just saw the eyes of the champion. As I mentioned, those international foes, Bate, McDonough, unified the NXT and NXT United Kingdom Championships, but right now in there with Dragunov, and Dragunov has been waiting for this matchup, waiting to get a moment with Breakker inside the squared circle, and Dragunov now trying to counter. Breakker showcasing that strength, gets caught, and might get put to sleep.
Yes, indeed. Dragunov tried to drag Bron Breakker down to the ground. That didn't work. Bron took up and over, and look at right there. Dragunov is in total control. Dragunov in total control right now of Bron Breakker. Those big elbows to the back of the neck could be it.
Oh, speaking of the back of the neck, again McDonough. Oh, got caught! McDonough thought he was picking his spot. Instead, he walked right in, and now Dragunov could be trying to tie up McDonough.
Man, those elbows, but those elbows right there.
Right it down, and if the referee stops the matchup, Dragunov will become champion, one after another. McDonough showcasing he still is in this matchup, got his hands up at the last moment.
McDonough right now is dazed and confused. If Dragunov could have just got a cover right there, he could have perhaps won this match.
And when it comes to Dragunov, I think we're starting to see it firsthand in the book. He's just a different breed of intensity.
Man, look at Dragunov right now. Dragunov is a guy that is thinking about one thing, and that's the goal. That's what you got to be thinking about in a matchup like this. You got to throw cards. You got to leave everything in. You cannot phone it in tonight, man.
Main event at Halloween Havoc, still trending #1. Wow. And that knee found all of its mark, but now McDonough there to clean up. Looking for, again, the devil inside. Dragunov having it blocked once again, hoisting up McDonough. And for Dragunov, combination offense. And you take a look at a guy like Dragunov who has taken a lot of punishment in this matchup. Look, he doesn't fear pain.
It's not that.
He welcomes it.
It's not that. It's adrenaline, man.
What's he doing?
It's the adrenaline.
What the hell's Dragunov thinking?
Another level. And right now, he knows winning that gold, winning that North American Championship is a life changer, man. It's a game changer. When you walk in the room, the people go, hey, that goes to champ. That feels good.
Well, Dragunov now looking for the NXT title, and he had both challengers in his sights.
Coast to coast, baby. Coast to coast.
All three men down, all three men showcasing what this matchup has taken out of them in our main event for the NXT Championship here at Halloween Havoc. But somehow, Bron Breakker's the one who's almost to his feet first.
It tells me Bron Breakker's training has been on point to get himself ready for a matchup like this. His cardio is definitely there, and right now the fight is still in Bron Breakker. Let's see if he can pull this thing off. Let's see if he can still walk out and steal the champ.
Dragunov, who hits with destructive intent, hits with purpose, but so does Breakker. And these two now are just cleaning each other's clocks, and you just see this slugfest breaking out. And McDonough, the cheerleader. Take a look at this, playing right into the Irish Ace's hand.
It's smart. It's smart. I said this kid McDonough came in with a plan. Let's see if it worked out.
Look, you said a plan, you said smart. That plan, time might have expired on that plan for McDonough.
Oh, wow.
Turns around,
oh, wow. McDonough got caught up in the lights.
Between us, you understand? Look, I don't mean to be rude. I don't think this was part of McDonough's plan.
You know what? I don't think so either.
Hands up, JD. Get your hands up. Put them up.
God, that was hot.
And tossed out. It's McDonough, and I'm taking a look. McDonough's chest bright red, and we're back down to 2. And neither of these superstars would have it any other way.
Here we go. Here we go. There's a fight coming.
As I mentioned, it was Dragunov who had to relinquish the NXT United Kingdom title this summer due to a severe ankle injury. This is his first chance at redemption, first chance to get back the gold, and right now he is wearing down Breakker. Could we be on the verge of Dragunov becoming the NXT champion?
Those elbows, those mean elbows right behind the ear can knock the equilibrium out. And right now, Bron Breakker is on Dream Street.
Certainly
Here
is.
we go. Oh,
Breakker still hasn't fallen off his feet, and then Breakker answers back.
Big clothesline by Bron Breakker.
And Breakker showcasing that raw power.
Wow. McDonough right at the last
Dropping the champion, and once again, all 3 men down. NXT Universe on their feet. What a night it has been. Halloween Havoc. This, the NXT Championship matchup. And here could have been a turning moment in the matchup. Bang! McDonough dropping Breakker, who dropped Dragunov, and now it's McDonough who's in the driver's seat of this main event.
Oh, I said it, man. This kid right here, McDonough, is a different type of breed, and if you find yourself in his crosshairs, he's gonna make that shot. He's gonna pull the trigger, but right now, Bron Breakker is trying to finish this thing.
Well, Breakker, got to keep eyes in the back of your head. Dragunov now trying to peel Breakker away. Breakker able to create some separation, and now Breakker could be looking for that Frankensteiner into a powerbomb. Wow! You ever see that, book?
Never.
Have you ever seen that?
Never.
Heads-up offense, really, by Dragunov to have the presence of mind to catch McDonough.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome.
This indeed is, but this, the main event of Halloween Havoc, as we've stated, for the NXT Championship. Bron Breakker does not need to be factored in the decision to lose his championship, and right now, it might be more about will than skill.
No, right now it's breaking down, Vic. It's going to come down to who wants it the most right here tonight at Halloween Havoc.
They dropped Dragunov, and now they're looking to drop one another. And there's that unbridled rage from Dragunov, boiling out of his body.
Wow! Oh. Big chops by Dragunov. Big senton.
Oh, crash and burn. And I don't know if Breakker might have been looking for that spear in the moment, but both men to the outside.
Going for it, but the timing of it was not right. The spacing of Dragunov, he just wasn't in the right spot for Breakker.
Again, no count out, no disqualification, pinfall submission, center of the ring. And Dragunov now had his hands on Breakker. McDonough, though, drops Dragunov.
McDonough right now is taking advantage of this situation. And what a situation it is, man.
And somehow, some way, Book, who's the man standing?
No, the thing is, the last one breathing right now, the last one breathing is J.D. McDonough.
McDonough getting the champion back into the ring, and you can see McDonough feeling the effects of this triple threat match. Feeling the effects of the power from Breakker, the power from Dragunov as he pulls himself to the top, but a little bit too much time. And Breakker's been in these deep waters before. Breakker swam with the sharks, and right now Breakker looking to stand tall.
Yeah, let me tell you, triple threat matches, you just got to be in the right place at the right time.
And look at Dragunov chopping the knees of Breakker.
A lot of fluid motion right there in this matchup.
Dragunov carrying out Breakker. And
he lands it.
Cover, count, title, kick out.
Not enough to stop.
Oh, that could be a knockout. That's a cover, and that's another fall. 450.
Oh,
is this gonna be it?
That gotta be it. That what? You gotta be kidding me, man.
Heads up for another cover, another count, and another near fall.
What a match. What a match. This kid McDonough is bringing the noise. I'm gonna tell you right now, this kid has all the tools.
Cover, another count, it isn't enough, and another kick out by Breakker.
Let me tell you something. J.D. McDonough just went into my fave 5. I'm telling you, man, this kid is something else.
It was Dragunov looking for the knockout, not to be outdone. Right spot, right time for McDonough. Another near fall. McDonough then showcasing power and strength, dropping with a brain buster into the cover, but again, not enough to keep Bron Breakker down.
McDonough did everything right there. He did everything. He should be champion right now, but that's just the toughness of a man by the name of Bron Breakker.
You talk about toughness, how about just pure relentlessness out of McDonough? Strike after strike, and again, looking for the devil inside. But the ribs, the back, everything taken out of McDonough into this moment. Say what you will, but you can't question the heart, the dedication of any of these three superstars. And Dragunov with one, holding on. Could be looking for two, trying to pull himself up along with McDonough. Boom!
Kidding me. McDonough had this thing won, and right now Dragunov says, not just yet.
Could be looking for the trifecta. Dragunov trying to pull McDonough up. Breaker.
Oh, no. No way.
Oh,
No
yes.
way. No way. Wow. What the hell?
To the top goes the champion. Tip of the cap to his father, a dog-faced, gremlin-sized bulldog. And now Braun looking to break Dragunov.
Yes, I would not want to be Dragunov right now because something's about to happen.
Up and down. There he goes. McDonough, though. McDonough tosses out Breaker. He's going to steal it. No. Kick it out.
Man, that was a great strategy by McDonough again. He should have had it won right there. The toughness of Dragunov to kick out these three men. What a matchup. What a night. What a fight.
What must be going through the mind of McDonough? That might have been McDonough's best opportunity. Book, you've been in these matches. You've known when you've had your best shot, your best opportunity.
You know, but a situation like this, McDonough just needs to keep it together, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And this is that moment for McDonough. These are the deep waters Breaker's been in. And Breaker just threw McDonough out of the ring. And now setting his sights on Dragunov.
You gotta move, man. Wow, beautiful.
Counter. Dragunov now. Feeding off the energy of the NXT Universe. What goes up? Big set time.
Cover it, man. Cover it. What are you thinking, man?
Think about your son at home. Think about dreams coming true. Pick your spot. Point out your mark. Torpedo Moscow. Dragunov.
That could be it. We're going home. That's it.
For the title. You gotta be kidding me. McDonough caught the ref's hand. That was gonna be 3.
What a genius move by J.D. McDonough. Wow.
Look at McDonough. Look at Dragunov. The stare. The glare. These two now gonna swing it out.
Yes, indeed. This is a Donnybrook right here. It's a fight, and I'm gonna tell you.
Dragunov had the title won.
I'm gonna tell you.
If it wasn't for McDonough.
Let me tell you, McDonough right now, even though he looks down right now, like I say, this kid has an ace up his sleeve. I got my money on McDonough here in this match tonight to walk away NXT champion.
That's why they call him the Irish Ace, because he's always looking. He's always thinking. He's scheming. McDonough again.
Wow. You got to be, didn't I tell you?
You did. NXT Universe on their feet. But what's going through the mind of McDonough?
Let me tell you something.
Look, McDonough's done this before. McDonough said, Book, he wanted to end the career of Dragunov. He wanted to put Dragunov back on the shelf, and that might be going through his mind right now in this moment. This ain't about a damn title for McDonough. This is about taking a man's career.
Something special
Come
about
on.
this kid. There's something special about this kid, J.D. McDonough. It's about going out here. And who cares about the fans?
This is his career.
It's about winning.
Hold up, Book. Laying it all on the line. Dragunov. Sensing it. I don't know. What the hell's it going to take?
McDonough caught the back of his head on the table there. He could be out. Right now, Dragunov
Saw McDonough moving just a little bit, but to your point, I don't know if McDonough's going to have enough to get back into this matchup, but I've counted McDonough out here tonight already. I've been proven wrong, but I want to focus on the task at hand. Look at these two gladiators. Look at these two warriors.
There you go. Dragunov said, bring it, man. Bring it. And here comes Braun Breaker.
Get him up. Hands up, guys.
These two turning this in to a slugfest. NXT Universe is on their feet. What a main event this has been for Halloween Havoc. Just as terrifying as we thought it would be. And Dragunov.
Oh, wow.
Leasing the tank. Breaker fighting back. What's it gonna take? Book, what's it gonna take? German suplex.
This kid Dragunov. He's got some momentum going right now. Braun Breaker looked like he's in a little bit of trouble. Did you see the eyes? Did you see the eyes on Braun Breaker? Right now, he's on that street called Dream.
And this could be the moment. Dragunov calling for it, setting his sight.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack moment.
Cover. Breaker overcomes the odds again.
Wow! Here is your winner, and still the NXT champion, Braun Breaker.
Give credit where credit is due to all three of these men who just went through a demolition derby, a car crash book, whatever the hell you want to call it. This was a match, this was a main event, and this another moment about what the future holds in the WWE.
Beautiful work, beautiful work.
Dragunov, let's go back, thought he had it, bam, right here might have been the best opportunity for Dragunov, but take a look at that sneaky, sinister son of a gun, JD McDonough, but I don't know if McDonough realized what he did, because bam, unleashing some offense right in front of us on Dragunov, and then bam, Dragunov risking it all, putting his body on the line, wiping out McDonough, but back in the ring, this is the closing moments, right? This is when Dragunov had everything on his side. Momentum had swung into his favor, that he would once again wear gold in NXT. Found the mark, but bam, X was not the spot. Another vicious spear from Braun Breaker, and Breaker retains the NXT Championship. Hats off to all three of these competitors, but in the end, the monster of NXT is still Braun Breaker.